when I went to check to see how they looked, I was like, wow, they're really transparent. Like, you can't even tell that they're up there at all. I realized that they weren't up at all. That's why you couldn't see them. Hey y'all, so I got these new curtains. So today I'm gonna try to secure them just enough to keep them up because I woke up and they were all blown off except for like a couple little pieces that were still hanging on. Well, yesterday, me and my mom installed these while the kids were inside with the boys playing. And it was really nice yesterday. It wasn't windy at all. And I didn't quite think about how the wind would just blow them off the tracks. And so this morning when I went to check to see how they looked, I was like, wow, they're really transparent. Like, you can't even tell that they're up there at all. And I realized that they weren't up at all. That's why you couldn't see them, because they'd completely blown off the tracks. And I did not expect that with this much curtain, that the wind would do that. That's just a testament to how much wind we actually get. This is little adhesive snap thingies that are gonna go on the metal. I probably need to sand the metal and prep it, so I might not do that today. We'll see. This came completely off, which is really annoying because there's so much. This took so long to get on the track. Right, at least it didn't rip or anything. I probably should have secured it before going to bed. That's my fault. So I got these from a company in Georgia who hand sews them, and they have awesome customer service. I highly, highly recommend them. They're called Mosquito Curtains, and we first got curtains from them when we were living in Louisiana, and the mosquitoes were absolutely terrible. And I built a pergola, and I wanted my pergola to be usable, and to do that we needed something for the mosquitoes. It was just, they were really, really bad there. But also we had hurricanes that would come through every now and then, and I didn't want to have something that would fly away. And so the nice things, I say that as these are literally flying away, but the nice thing about these is you can take them down if there's a storm. In the winter, if you want to put up, they have a vinyl version of these that would keep the heat in and cold out. And so in the winter, and say in August or so, we're going to order a vinyl version of this, that we could take these down and put up the vinyl and make this a greenhouse. So I can keep all my plants and peppers and citrus and all this stuff in here, as opposed to having to bring it to my garage or start seeds inside. Because then on cold nights, I could just have a little heater out here, and you know, we don't get that cold. So it should be nice and a good solution for a Texas greenhouse. And that's been the plan all along, is to have this be a greenhouse, which is why we have the clear roof as opposed to a shaded roof, which does get very, very hot in the summer. So I'm working on a shade solution for that too. I actually have a vine right behind the camera, which is my shade solution that I'm working on, but vines just take a while to get established. But the long-term idea is to have a vine grow up and over the pergola so that eventually in the summer it can be nice and lush and shade the pergola. And in the winter, honestly, I'm not too worried about the winter. I'm more worried about the summer. This pergola gets really hot in the winter also. It really doesn't take much sun to make this pergola just toast. Oh my gosh, I think I did it. Jeez Louise. All right, here we go. So I probably need to secure it down here to keep it from blowing off again. That would make sense. So I'm gonna put some wood on this side, so I don't want to completely secure it down. And maybe some snaps? Yeah, a temporary snap. I think one snap would do it. Maybe two. Just something to like hold it here until I get the wood in. So here's the door, and it's one of those magnetic doors. So what's nice is that you can completely open it. So it is quite literally a curtain. And this will make it really easy to move plants in and out. And if I'm cleaning or getting that wheelbarrow in and out of that old door I had was a pain, but now I can just open the curtain up, and then when I'm done, it's just a matter of closing it. So if you see here, there's a gap in between this wood and the rock. And the plan is to put a piece of wood in between right here, and then fill in the gap with that spray foam stuff, and then secure this to the wood. The track goes to here, so I also need to put the track stop in to keep it from coming off this way. So probably putting the snap down here would be trying the adhesive on the metal. Get all this grass out of here. I wonder how well this would stick without having to like sand it and do all this stuff. So here is what I'm going to be sticking the adhesive to. It's this metal edging that holds in the rocks right here. And it's a little dirty. I think I could always try it. Look, in like that minute that I explained, it already moved that far down. Okay, I know we're doing the curtain today, but isn't this just the prettiest time of day? The sun just shines through those trees. Oh, I did it. I did it. Okay. It's on. We have a snap. Now. Okay. So what I'm thinking is putting a snappy thing right here to keep it from like coming off. Perfect. That's exactly where it needs to go. There's a zipper panel right here that serves two purposes. It keeps the wind from like rubbing this mesh against the wood, so it has a little tougher surface. And then I can also unzip it and use this as a door, and also make this a slightly smaller panel if I want to take them down. Okay, here are the end caps, and I have yet to figure out how this really goes. I'm guessing it goes in like here. Should probably just get the okay, fine, I'll get the right tool. Fine. I actually did have the right tool for the job. Imagine that. My husband would be so proud. I'll walk right back here. So that's my new curtains. I think once I get the snaps and the edges, it'll be so much nicer than my old shade cloth that I took down. That's the shade cloth right over there. And there's going to be one more panel that I put up right here. A little triangle right there. And it's going to be the same material as this stuff. So thanks for joining me tonight, and I hope y'all have a wonderful week ahead of us, and happy gardening. Toodles.